Hi, let's talk about the Hierophant. So this is the Hierophant from my Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The astrology associated with this card is the zodiac sign Taurus and the planet Venus. It is the 16th pathway in the Kabbalah called Va or Vav, meaning nail or hook. It is the path from Chokmah to Chesed. And we have the throat chakra ruling here. And other names for this card have been like the High Priest, the Pope, and the Spiritual Father. The element associated with this card is Earth. And numerology, again, we have 5. So this is all sums of 5. So, like, when I first look at this card, I see a religious figure, somebody who is Pope-like, with monks at his feet. He's teaching them. They are learning possibly a higher wisdom or a spiritual path. Keywords associated with this card are upright, tradition, conventionality, knowledge, conformity, education, beliefs, spiritual wisdom, religion, and institutions. In reverse, this card could mean rebellion, unconventionality, nonconformity, new methods, ignorance, personal beliefs, freedom, and challenging the status quo. As far as like a yes or no card, this is a neutral card because it's telling you to go within to seek your answers. So if the Hierophant comes up in a card, it could mean, in a reading, it could mean he is the teacher of wisdom. So he's telling you to stand with your conventional beliefs. You know, we have Taurus, who is very stubborn. Keep your boundaries. He's also telling you that maybe you have a mentor or a teacher that you look up to, and maybe they have some advice for you and to listen. Or respect your family's traditions. But in reverse, it could mean to not follow traditional beliefs, be your own teacher, and do not conform to others' ideas. Trust yourself. Break free from the conformity. This card is all about learning by teaching. All right, stay tuned because I'm going to get into the symbolism with part 2. All right, so let's talk about the symbolism in the Hierophant. So we see the 3-tiered crown, and we see the triple scepter, and then he's also holding up the sign of benediction. All could be referenced back to the Holy Trinity, but it could also be the subconscious, the consciousness, and the super consciousness. Not in that order. Anyway, so I think it's more like mind, body, and spirit, which it is a matter of perception, and it depends on where the card comes up in a reading, whether you want to give it religious reference or maybe it's speaking of traditions. But when we think about that inner knowledge, you know, and then we also see the keys to heaven. The cross keys could symbolically mean the keys to heaven. Well, that could mean alchemically that is that spiritual ascension that comes from our consciousness. We see the pillars, and the pillars could be in the Kabbalah could be severity and mercy. We see 2 monks kneeling before the Hierophant, and they have their heads shaved in the practice of tonsure, or like a religious devotion. And they are symbolically like the Hierophant has an attentive audience. So, you know, he is teaching. We see the red robe, and the red robe could be symbolic of leadership, but it could also be the connection to earth and the physical material outer realm. And then white is like purity of, you know, thought, that inner voice. We have the blue scarf, or the blue around the neck again, which talks about is symbolic of our throat chakra, you know, speaking our truth. We have 5 again, and 5 is, in the tarot, it's like adaptability and instability. It's like the climax, you know, before something needs to happen. Yeah, I think that's, we also see the checkers on the floor, which is another symbol of duality. So perception is key, going inside and learning your truths, listening to yourself, or a teacher. So yeah, that's what I see symbolically. Hi. What you are looking at here is the Lover's card in my RWS, my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. And I have put stickers on the appropriate parts so that we don't get in trouble for nudity on TikTok. So this is key 6. So this is all sums of 6. And the Lovers is associated with the planet Mercury and the zodiac sign Gemini. In the Kabbalah, or the Kabbalah, it is the 17th pathway called Zayin, which means sword. It is Binah to Tifereth, and it is ruled by the heart chakra, or should I say, this is associated with the heart chakra. Upright keywords are love, harmony, relationships, values, choices, soulmates, partners, and it is a yes card. Reversed, it is self-love, disharmony, imbalance, questioning values, conflict, trust issues, lust, and lack of respect. So when I first look at this card, I see a lot of symbolism. I see 2 naked humans beneath the wings of an angel. We see a large sun. Now the angel could possibly be Raphael, who is associated with air. We see that the naked woman could possibly be Eve, and it looks like they're standing in the Garden of Eden, and it looks like she is directly standing in front of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We see the apples, we see the serpent, and then we see the man, who could possibly be Adam, standing in front of the tree of life. There are 12 flames on that tree, and that could be associated with the 12 zodiac signs. We also see a volcano, and the volcano could be symbolic of how love can be tumultuous sometimes. Sometimes, you know, it will erupt. So if it comes up in the reading, it could be giving you insight into a romantic relationship with your partner, or possibly you might have a choice to make in a relationship, or something that could affect your relationship. Or this card could signify you as somebody who is in a deep relationship. You know, this card also is symbolic of soulmates. And we're talking about the love that is not the shallow kind. But again, this card has also been associated with relationships in general and having a choice to make. So, yeah, that's what I see in this card, and I hope you have a wonderful day.